Hello friends and family from around the world, this is Mike with Daily Events Worldwide, and we are on January 13th, 2023. Welcome to another surviving day on the planet, and welcome to the Daily Do, giving you your space weather update as well, earthquakes, volcanoes, and a look at world weather. Looking here at a small glitch on the SDO satellite, a little calibration going on there. This is 304 angstroms, the last 48 hours on our star, as we've seen another strong M-class solar flare just in the past few hours today. Having a look at 48 hours incoming, quite a bit of activity, 2 sunspots in view right now, and as well 2 more that are cresting. Looking at the last 48 hours outgoing, still a couple plasma filaments connected to the northern hemisphere, which would be the left-hand side, and as well the southern hemisphere on the right. We did have a pretty sizable CME taking off towards Mercury in an outgoing fashion. Having a look here at multi-spectrum at all the active regions, especially in the southern hemisphere there, you can see that long dark line plasma filament from the southwest region, bottom left-hand corner. No coronal holes to talk about. Not much has changed since last night's video. Another look at our sun here, infrared imagery. At all of the last 48 hours of events on our star. As you can see in detail here, the action of all those sunspots, solar flares, and as well the heliosphere, the atmosphere of our sun. Amazing images brought to you by Solar Dynamics Observatory, mixed here with daily events worldwide. Much love, everybody, and heads up, because these are some pretty active sunspots. Having a look at LASCO 3, showing the energies taking off from our sun, large CME outgoing, and as I said, it was taking off towards Mercury as we just finished the Mercury retrograde. Solar X-ray flux remains in a heightened C range after receiving an M3.5 solar flare right there. Important note here with the solar proton flux, it was over 212 SFU. Real-time solar wind sitting at about 500 kilometers per second right now. We've seen a couple jumps in our solar wind today. One's up to 528 and another one up to about 510 with this increasing activity, space weather effects. Have a look at what our magnetosphere looks like with all of these solar winds. This is sped up quite a bit. And this is the last 6 hours of imagery. Friday the 13th. Lots of activity moving towards the backside, the dark side of our planet. Having a look at the pressure planes. The pressure is on and the earthquakes are low, so heads up everybody, expecting something big here over the next 24 hours. ISWA Space Prediction Spiral showing that small CME that took off towards Mercury. It may give us a glancing blow 17th into the 18th of January. And then another large one here taking off towards the Bepi. Luckily, not in an Earth-facing fashion. That was a sizable CME from the backside of the sun. Have a look here at our Schumann resonance for today, which is a low power of 9, quality of 9.4, power of 9, amplitude of 9. 999. Now let's get to earthquakes. As I said, it's pretty low numbers, 170 earthquakes the past 24 hours, and this is our largest. Just recently, a 5.3 earthquake in Pagar Alam, Indonesia at a 35-kilometer depth. And throughout the day, we see minor activity through Banda Sea, largest being a 4.9 there, as well across Papua New Guinea. One deep earthquake today, Fiji region, 514-kilometer depth, a 4.4. And 563 from yesterday. Activity coming back up into the Philippines. Japan plate 4.9 there. Taiwan still quiet through Japan. Increasing activity into Alaska. 3.8 there. Southern Alaska as well. Sitka, Alaska, seeing a 3.3, 3.0. Overlooking Hawaii. Largest through the region today. A Pahala 3.4 earthquake. Have a quick look here at infrared imagery of the summit caldera of Kilauea, as it is still active. 2 active pools now overlooking the United States. Not much to report, no swarms, but California seeing a 2.8, and as well Ferndale 3.5 California. Northern Colombia with a 4.5 there around the active volcanoes. Bolivia down into Chile, and as well a 4.9 there, South Sandwich Islands. 4.5 here in Pragos, Greece, and as well Kazakhstan seeing a 4.4. Seems like a lonely little earthquake there, but very quiet. As I said, 171 earthquakes the past 24 hours, according to USGS. Having a look at Pacific Disaster Center, showing the most recent satellite imagery, and as well noting the most recent volcanoes getting updated today. Looking at Semeru in Indonesia, as well Cotopaxi in Ecuador, Fuego in Guatemala, Sabancaya in Peru, Reventador in Ecuador, and the rest here out of these 200 active hazards are floods. Many of them are floods. If you're concerned about your region, please download the app and check out more specific flood forecasts. Having a look over satellite imagery, large atmospheric river stretching across the Atlantic, heading now into the United Kingdom. As well, we had a nasty system heading through the southeastern United States, dropped over 30 tornadoes through an extreme weather event, which was warned here with daily events worldwide. Overlooking the Pacific, still a large low-pressure system, north-central Pacific, stretching out that atmospheric river across the Pacific and into the west coast. Interesting long-range forecast coming up. Stay tuned. Overlooking Europe. Cloud cover building in towards South Africa and as well through Eastern Europe and the Arabias. Now let's get to the weather forecast brought to you by Ventusky. Having a look over North America, we do have a low pressure center that is affecting the Atlantic provinces right now, and then we've got a Colorado low here building for next Monday, the 16th, as we do have quite a big system coming through Ontario, and at the same time we're going to have another system affecting the Atlantic provinces and another one through California. So for Monday, we've got 3 low pressure systems affecting North America, and put these into motion. And by the 18th, we've got some more extreme weather building for the Gulf states and as well eastern United States, Atlantic coast. Watch for extreme weather events, strong winds, and storm surge. Ontario, watch for about 5 centimeters of snow. High pressure ridge builds in for the week after that. Overlooking South America, daily evaporation rains. Not much to note or report here, except for some pretty heavy rains moving into southern Argentina. And then we get to Africa and Madagascar. Yesterday I did forecast a cyclone coming your way, and it looks like you may have 2 heading your way. 2 pretty strong low pressure systems are forecast here in the long range, making landfall 18th into the 19th, northern Madagascar. And then another one coming in behind that, heading for Mauritius and Reunion. Those are small islands east of Madagascar. So heads up, torrential downpours and extreme weather will be expected through that island. and as well heavy daily evaporation rains through South Africa. Overlooking Europe, you've got a low pressure center north of Norway, bringing strong winds and coastal snows. Low pressure center moving into the Mediterranean by Wednesday the 18th. And watch for some extreme weather with that trough line as the cold temperatures start to move in. But still, high pressure ridge building in the long range there as well. Overlooking Southeast Asia, Australia. Forecast heavy rains for the Philippines, but excuse me, no cyclone is expected. Overlooking Australia, daily evaporation rains through the north, spotty showers through southeastern parts, and then we've got 4 tropical systems here in the long range that are going to be bearing down on Northern Territory and as well New Zealand. Quick glance here over the Pacific. Much love, everybody. I hope you enjoyed today's update. If you did, please don't forget to strike that like for Mike. Much love, and I'm grateful for each and every one of you. Thank you so much for over 60,000 follows. And thank you for anybody who's following on TikTok as well. We're about to pass 20,000 over there. Much love. Truly blessed and grateful. Stay aware and prepared. Stay young and have fun. And get your daily dew. Bye-bye now. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button, subscribe, share with your friends and family from across the world.